Welcome to FXStreet. If you like what we're talking about, you like the content we're going over, you want to be updated on a regular basis, head over to YouTube, join our YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button. And you can follow Akash and I individually on Twitter, Akash at Mangeko and myself at Just Analysis 1. Taking a look at Decentraland. So before I do that, this is the relative rotation graph, and it's separated into 4 quadrants, leading in the top right, weakening bottom right, lagging bottom left, and improving in the top left. Basically, you can think of leading as instruments that are in first place. And if there's like a race, if it's like the Olympics, you are in first, second, and third place. And if you're in the lagging category, you pulled a hamstring, you broke your leg. It's hit a viral video where it's like hanging off by a thread on your skin, and it looks really gross. That's what the lagging category is. But I have customized indexes that I use to kind of monitor different segments of the crypto market. Like the altcoin market here is starting to trend higher and is entering into a long scenario. But I created a metaverse index, mainly consisting of gaming tokens, and what the relative rotation graph is comparing basically apples to apples and apples to oranges. Okay, basically we're comparing fruit baskets and how fruits are operating and how they're working relative to other fruits. Okay, so we're comparing apples to oranges. The metaverse index, things like Gala, Mana, Decentraland, Plate App. I mean, they're not even apples to oranges. This is like comparing apples to unicorns. That's what's going on over here. And that brings me over to Decentraland's chart, or Mana.
Can I ask you a quick question here?
Yeah.
So in that particular chart, right? Mm-hmm. You saw. Hold up.
I brought it back. Or do you want me to go back?
CR is also entering into the second quadrant.
CR.
So does this mean that it's done pumping and that the next coins to expect? So how does it go? Is it clockwise?
Clockwise is normal, but basically it goes like this. Leading category again means like you're ahead, and the weakening means that you are slowing down, like you're in the middle of the pack, you've lost momentum, you are starting to lose that momentum. On a price chart, what it represents is probably the first major pullback followed by a bounce and consolidation before another push south. So weakening means that you are starting to lose ground and that upside momentum is terminating. Lagging category means that you are near the bottom and you are probably moving lower still, but you're establishing a bottom. When you transition out of the lagging category, instruments are typically consolidating or accumulating, moving slightly higher. I think Shiba's a good example of what we're looking at when you're talking about the shift from lagging into improving. And improving is the zone that you start to see it expand more. And so from a trading perspective, the relative rotation graph it shows us like short opportunities likely exist when something hooks south in the leading category before it transitions into the lagging quadrant, and things that shift from the lagging quadrant into the improving category are looking at buy opportunities. And the further an instrument is away from the center, the better the trading opportunity. So if you were looking at like Engine and Zcash, and you were like, well, both of these charts look like they're ready to short. Which one is the best opportunity? Zcash is the best short opportunity. Why? Because it's further from the center than Engine is. Likewise, from buying opportunities, OKCoin is a better buy opportunity for a long if it hooks north than Nexo or VeChain and so forth. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes complete sense. So you mentioned moving it from the red quadrant to the improving quadrant, which is the fourth quadrant, third to fourth quadrant, right? That means it's looking for long. Those ones are good for longing. But what about the quadrants in between? For example, 4 to 1, quadrant 4 to 1. Does this mean that? Oh, okay, never mind, never mind. I figured it out. This is a
Yeah,
good chart.
this is one of the closest things to a cheat code I've ever seen in trading. And you can, you could kind of see it go.
God
How,
damn, this is really, really good.
yeah, I love it. It's it really, and I mean, you can use this in any financial market, but it brings me to uh, Decentraland.
Decentraland.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Decentraland. Sorry, I gotta zip on over to that. So we just saw that, mana definitely makes up a larger component of that metaverse token class. Its weight is pretty heavy. It's up in Stupidsville right now. that's if there was property in Stupidsville, I would be selling it right now because it is in a bubble. And the weekly chart for Decentraland, you have these huge gaps now between the bodies of these weekly candlesticks and the Tenkan-sen. Am I bullish on mana? Oh, heck yeah. Right now, no, I don't want to buy up here. I want to buy when it comes back down, probably to the 382 fib retracement and the weekly Tenkan-sen at $3.30. But I'm going to make it really simple and look at this from a point figure perspective. There is a pull pattern on point figure here, which means that the long entry is off of the three box reversal of this column of O's, which would mean a buy stop at $5, a stop down at 4.6, you target up at 720. But the short side, that's on the 10-cent 3-box reversal chart. But this is one of the sexiest looking short charts in point figure in cryptocurrencies that I've looked at out of the 35 plus that I look at. This is a textbook, perfect, beautiful, marvelous, triggers all of the geek happy feelings as a technical analyst. This is a bearish catapult setup. That it is showing up at the top of a swing near these all-time highs is amazing. Bearish catapult is one of the most sought after short entry patterns in point and figure analysis. And the target is actually a little bit lower than this. It's down at $2 even, but the short entry would be at 420. The stop is at $5, and the target is down at $2. I'll just make that a little bit cleaner. 5, 4.2, and 2. The risk to reward on this, not the greatest on the 20-cent 3-box reversal chart, but nonetheless, this is a textbook example of what a bearish catapult pattern should look like. So, that does it for me on mana. I mean, upside potential here, I don't really see much more. It's a new asset class in the crypto space. So, I mean, it's in price discovery mode, so it could keep going higher, but in the short term, I think we see a pretty strong pullback in other cryptos like mana. And I'm not sure what you see, Akash. I'll pass it off to you.
Wow. Not only do you have like Doge and Shiba haters, now you're gonna get some Mana haters as well with that short position, although it looks really juicy and tempting for me to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be clear,
Mhm.
disclosure, I have been long on mana for a while, and I'm a huge bull on mana, but also I'm not an addict. I can quit anytime, and for right now, I need to quit. That's basically what I'm saying.
You sounded exactly like an addict, but I get it. I get it. I've been in your position. I've done that. Gotten addicted. But yeah. Back to Decentraland. I discussed this cup and handle pattern quite some time ago, and as we can see on 25th November, it did hit the target. The retracement due to the COVID induced crash came on pretty hard. Before that, I just want to talk about, so after this cup and handle pattern broke out, we went up, formed kind of like a double top here, retraced back to the neckline of the cup and handle, if you want to call that, at 3.7. Consolidated around that level for quite some time, and then formed this inverse head and shoulder pattern, which also led to the breakout, and then finally reaching the target. So I was looking at this downswing, and I was expecting it to probably go up to this level here. If it would have, I would have, if it would have retested the 5.5 level here, 5.48, I would have given thought to another cup and handle pattern formation here. But so far, that's not the case. It's formed a lower high compared to this particular high on 25th November, and it's coming down lower. So what I expect from Mana, at least for the time being, is that we retrace lower, down below the 50 fib here at 4.3, and head into this particular buy zone, if you want to call it, which ranges from 3.4 to 3.9, or approximately $4. So anywhere between 3.4 to $4 is where I would consider accumulating mana. And yeah, beyond that, so it would be what, a 20% downswing for mana is what I'm looking at, and it falls completely in line with the bearish outlook that I have on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin heading down to 51K. So it does make sense. So I think I'll have to side with John. Look to accumulate more mana in this particular region. But as for the upside, obviously I have the $6 level here, which is really good. But anything beyond that is the 161.8 extension of this particular swing, which would put it at 7.5. So 7.5 seems like a good target once we get this retracement down here. But this could change, so the reason I'm expecting it to head down into the 62, 70.5, 79 fib is because I'm expecting Bitcoin to head down lower and collect the liquidity. But if Bitcoin does manage to, produce a daily close above 60,000 level, head into the 63, 65K zone, then I would expect it to hit the $7.5 level first, set up an all-time high here. In that case, this bearish thesis would be invalidated, and then we would have to take a look then. So these are my takes on Mana.
Awesome. And I don't want to extend this video too long, but I said something that is really not true, but it's bothered me that people say it's new. Like this space, the virtual digital asset space is not new. It's new for cryptos, but it's actually existed for a long time. And anybody who played MMOs back in the day or still does, like World of Warcraft or even earlier in EverQuest, Dark Age of Camelot, or the Realm going back to the late 90s, people have been buying digital assets in virtual games in online settings for like 30 years or more now. So this isn't anything new. It's just that it's become more established in a well, I mean, we're basically all entering into Ready Player One, basically. It's kind of like, it's creepy but cool. We're just like seeing the abandonment of the real world into the virtual, and this is like just how I don't know. Anyways, but that really, I mean, the space is not new. It's existed, and it's in a practical form for quite a while. It's just now it's going to be a huge money making opportunity for people. But yeah, anyways, well, thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.